everyone! Welcome to another crochet video. Were you gonna talk here like...
I'm waiting for you to introduce me.
It's me, Maddie, and my mom, Janet.
Oh, hi.
And this is Granny by Nature Crochet. And this is my brother, Sean.
Hello.
What's up, buddy? Alright, well, it's just starting to rain over here, so it's kind of
dark all of a
It's kind
sudden.
of dark. I'm sorry about that. But we have a lot to get to today.
We do.
Today was kind of a mess because my sister is off from work this week and she wanted to go shopping today instead of tomorrow, so we had to like change days. And now we're filming this in the afternoon instead of the morning when it's quiet. So we hope you will bear with us. We also have the AC on right now because it is very hot today.
It's necessary.
But hopefully the audio is a-okay.
Just talk loud like you usually do.
I mean, I've been told in the past, like, specifically by my grandma, "You're so loud, granddaughter."
Turn down the volume.
It's funny because she would say that, but then she would also be like, "You're so quiet." It was just never right. But anyway, that's okay. We're here to talk about what we've been making. We're going to be going over the Share the Love IG challenge, which is really exciting.
Right.
We have a yarn haul because, again, our shopping day this week was today instead of Wednesday. So we're getting it a video early.
Yeah.
And we also have a keychain attaching tutorial because somebody was asking about that.
Oh.
So we have a lot on our agenda today. So
We
let's
do.
start things off with our Michael's haul.
Boo, 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 boo.
Yay! Okay.
It's not that exciting.
It's fun though. Okay, I did get something not yarn related while we were at Michael's. So my mom and I recently started playing pickleball, which is so much fun. It's great exercise. We resisted for a long time, but I'm glad that we started playing because we really like it. We enjoy it. So I did get, they have an extensive like pickleball related collection.
Pickleball swag?
Yeah, towards the registers. So I ended up, getting this visor.
Pickleballer.
Yeah. Pink is my favorite color. But also, I thought it was really cute, and it is practical because I want to be able to, like, shield my face, but have my ponytail sticking up. So, I actually do have another pink visor at home, but I really don't want to get that one gross because that one is from the first Broadway show I ever saw, Hairspray, when I was in 8th grade.
Oh, it's only a visor?
It's a visor. I don't know why I got a visor.
Yeah.
I think because we were wearing visors in softball, I was like, ooh, visor. I should have gotten a full hat. But anyway, it's a Hairspray visor, and I don't want it to get gross. So
I don't blame you.
I got this one, and after like our coupon and whatnot, it was like less than $3. So
very cute.
Very happy about that. It's adorable.
They actually have a lot of really cute stuff. Like they have keychains, bag charms, luggage tags,
Little bags,
little
totes.
notepads, little
They
charms.
even have the little, what do they call the things that you put in your Crocs?
Giblets or something.
Those were giblets, right?
Yeah.
That we saw? They got it all.
Gibbets.
Oh, gibbets.
Giblets are like the innards of a turkey.
Ugh.
Gibbets.
Alright, well anyway, I don't have Crocs, but if you
I do.
you might enjoy those.
I don't think I want to put anything on my Crocs because then that's going to rub on my foot. And I don't need any more sores on my feet.
Alright, let's get into what yarn we bought.
I don't need any more.
Let's get into what yarn we bought today.
Alright.
So, you know we hit up that Cozy Cub display again.
Yeah.
There was still a good amount in there. Some
colors sold out though.
Some colors are sold out, but there were still a bunch of colors that had a decent amount left. So, you picked up 2 skeins of the red color.
Yeah.
So cute. I actually have something I made this week to show you guys in this color, which I think came out adorable.
It's a great color.
So, very, very nice. You got 2 of those.
Super soft.
Yes. I got another skein of the cream color.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
It's really nice.
That's really soft.
Lots of plans for this, including snails, of course.
Of
but
course.
also doggies.
You mean llamas?
Yeah. And I got another of the warm gray, which is kind of like a grayish tan.
It's a light gray taupe.
Yeah, it's a really nice neutral color, like an
Yeah.
oatmeal, I would say.
Yeah.
So that was it for the Cozy Cub, and then it's a small haul this week.
Yeah.
And then I got one skein of the Sweet Snuggles Weight 7
Oh.
in black, and this will be going towards skunks.
Yes.
I can usually get 3 skunks out of one skein of this,
wow.
which is awesome.
3 small or 3 large?
3 large.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, I never would have thought that.
Yes. It's close though. I mean, I'm talking yarn chicken. But I do have some jumbo left over, so if I do run out on the 3rd skunk, I can make it work. But yeah, I can get 3 out of it usually, so.
Because the All from Jade, Paula the Octopus, if I use that for it, I use probably about 2/3 of a skein.
Oh wow.
Those baubles take up a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense with all the baubles.
Yeah.
But love the Stacy Makes skunk pattern. So this is a nice soft skein too. I'm excited to make these.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay. And then one last thing from Michaels. You got 2 Bic lighters.
Because I'm going to burn it down, baby.
Had a nasty
I
villain
use this
go.
for my eyes.
Yes, because you like to burn the backs.
I like to burn the backs, especially if I'm doing an eye in a bobble stitch. You don't want the pointy back end of the safety eye poking out of the back of the bobble.
Yeah, and whenever you burn your eyes, I go,
Yeah.
because I don't think we should be breathing in that burning plastic.
No, you're right.
I mean, I do get why you burn the eyes, but also, like, we need to be careful about that.
Plus, it's
That's
for
a hazardous
safety.
chemical.
Like, I will burn a little bit the sinker eyes in because I feel like those just don't hold as strongly as the regular safety eyes.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the project, right?
It depends on where you got it from, too.
That too.
If you got it from a reliable retailer on Amazon, they're usually pretty good. But if you get something that's a little cheaper, that's a little sus, it might not hold.
Sorry, I was looking at Lamb.
Hello.
Hi, beautiful.
Said I'm just sitting here with my toy.
She's making, like, the prettiest little face.
She is.
Bubby. He's passed out.
Yeah.
No,
of course.
All right.
storm.
No, it's okay. So that was our Michael's haul. Exciting stuff. We we really reined it in this week. I know we've been going a little bit hog wild lately.
I mean, I think we've got like everything that we want / need right
I feel
now.
like I'm in a good place right now. Of course, like I'm gonna start batch making things and then be like, I need more of this.
I mean,
but you
it's
know,
not like they're throwing out 40% coupons, you know?
there literally was a 40% Michael's coupon like a week ago for online only.
For online only.
Yeah.
But I mean, in store, I won't buy
Oh,
anything
yeah, no.
if I'm not going to be able to like feel it unless it's like mystical.
Excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, I'd order something like the Cozy Cub online. I'd feel comfortable doing that. But
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully Sweet Snuggles will be coming back in full force soon. We always check to see what the Sweet Snuggles situation is like when we go. And it's still really only those first few colors that are back in stock.
The mint, the lavender, the gray.
Yeah, so hopefully soon they'll be rolling out some more. They were pretty well stocked in the Weight 7 Sweet Snuggles,
Yeah,
like the full size, so, and those were very soft,
they were.
so love that. But anyway, next, let's get into what we've been making this week.
Oh.
Okay, this is exciting, oh my god! So,
Uh-huh.
we were tagged by Pocket Snuggies to do the, let me just get the name right of the actual challenge, the Share the Love Instagram challenge. And this is also for YouTube. So,
Did you share the love?
we will be sharing the love.
Okay.
So, this challenge was created by April from the Cozy Buckeye and Stacy from, I was going to mix her 2 names together, Apple Tree Boutique on Etsy, but Stacy Makes on YouTube.
Right.
And I think on Instagram, she's appletree_Stacy Makes. So you get the
Oh,
best
wow.
of both worlds there. But this challenge was a lot of fun. Let me just show you guys the like poster for it.
It's Yeah.
Yeah. So if you watch a lot of crochet YouTubers like we do, or you follow a lot on Instagram, you've probably seen people doing this already. You may have already done it yourself. So for this challenge, you were supposed to find 5 free Instagram crochet patterns that you've never tried before. And you gotta follow and tag the designers, make, feature, and share the plushies on Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're at, TikTok, and then they want you to challenge a friend after.
Right.
So that's a lot of fun. I have always got some fanfare going over there. I have always wanted to try out a lot of like these free Instagram patterns, but I'm such a freaking old lady that I did not know how to access my saved posts for the longest time, which is so sad. I literally had to Google like, where do I find my bookmarks on Instagram? So sad, but now I know how to do it. So
Sorry, that's a little loud.
Can you turn it down a little bit? All right, we'll see. I don't know. But now I know how to do that, and I realized I had so many things that I had saved like in the last year or 2 years. So
we had to rein it in a little bit.
we had to have a come to Jesus moment.
Yeah.
No. But anyway, we combined together for this challenge. So neither of us actually...
We're both overwhelmed.
Yeah, we have a lot going on. Neither of us made 5 on our own, really, but kind of. I don't know. I also bent the rules a little bit.
We split the brains between us. We had to split the challenge.
Yeah, one of the patterns that I'm going to show you guys today is from a blog, but I was watching April's last video, and she said it doesn't only have to be from Instagram.
Okay.
So, as long as it's like a free pattern, it counts.
Well, if Mommy said it's okay, then
Mommy
it's
said.
okay.
So, I love the Cozy Buckeye.
Yes.
Okay, so first let's show you guys, we also have some other patterns, or some other makes that we're going to show you after that are not included in the challenge.
Okay.
Alright, so let's start here. You made this one.
I did.
This is so cute.
This is a Jellycat inspired amusable heart.
Amusable Hearts. This is by at perfect.crochet.
And perfect is P-U-R-F-E-C-T.
Yes, and we are going to tag all of the designers below in the description.
Right.
But how cute is this? So tell us about what you used.
Alright, so this is Posh, Big Twist Posh.
On the body.
And Baby Bear on the feet.
Oh.
Yes.
Shout out Big Twist.
Yes, this was really easy. You make the 2 boobs on the head. And you join it like it was feet, you know, if you're doing a stand-up plushie. And then you just go down. You close her up. And then you make the feet and you just sew them on.
Adorable.
Thank you.
I love that. It's such a cute little size, too.
It is a good size.
I also like how the legs bend so that it's
That's
not just
why
like
I liked
stuck.
it so much, that you could like sit it down.
Yeah. Take a seat, heart.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Thank
That
you.
is by perfect.crochet. Love it. We have a few Jellycat inspired ones. Let's see this one.
Oh.
Ooh. Bag charm.
Yes, we have a bag charm. You actually made the full-size version of this.
Yeah. I think it was a
Last
different
week.
designer though.
Yeah.
But yes.
But this is also Jellycat inspired. And at first I thought I was going to have to make like a ball and then sew the points on.
Which is basically what I did for that other one that we showed.
But not the case. What you do is you make the circle and then you crochet and back chain the points.
Right.
And then you do it for the back as well. And then you sandwich them together
Sandwich.
and sew it. But you leave these open without the points and you stick the feet in there and sew the feet in.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you. I wish I had thought of it.
Yeah, right? Well, the designer behind this one is at Sweet Creams Co.
Yes.
This is just so cute. I think people are going to eat this up.
I hope so.
And that's such a smart design too, to not have to like sew all of these on individually.
It is a little bit big for a bag charm. I was tempted to use skinny chenille for it.
Skinny chenille would be cute too.
But I felt like the yellow was the wrong color.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the orange is way better.
I feel like this would work up really nicely in blanket yarn too for like a standalone plushie.
Yeah, for sure.
Little feet.
I would feel weird about doing it though because this is like open.
What do you
Because
mean?
these are treble crochets.
Oh, okay. So I see what you're saying. So it would
If
be.
I were to make a full-size plushie, I would just run a stitch all around to make sure that the fluff stayed inside.
Right. This is so cute though.
Thank you.
I have seen people with bag charms this big, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you're putting it on like a tote bag or something.
Right.
It doesn't have to be on like a little purse necessarily, but it's adorable.
I mean, I see people with Labubus on their purse. Full
Sometimes the Labubu
size Labubus.
it's larger than the purse.
Yes.
But I love this. I think it's adorable. All right, we have one more Jellycat inspired plushie here. Ooh,
Oh.
it's a pumpkin. It's never too early to start thinking about Halloween, fall
So
season.
cute. I love that in the mystical.
Thank you. So this is a pumpkin, well, a Jellycat inspired pumpkin, and it's by @SpammyCrochets. I can't believe some of these are free patterns. Like,
I know.
these designers are amazing for putting these out for free, because I've definitely bought some patterns in the past that like I paid a decent amount of money for, and they were not as well written as some of these free patterns.
Oh, these patterns were the ones that I used were great.
Yeah. So this one is adorable, and I made it with the Bernat mystical yarn, like you said.
Yeah.
And then the feet are just regular Bernat blanket. But it's like a classic pumpkin where you're making the skin looks a lot larger before you stuff it and
Right.
like cinch it. You gotta cinch it.
It's snatched.
It's snatched, yeah. But I believe this was no sew, if I remember correctly.
Really?
Yeah, because you start at the top, and then you change colors, and you just go right into the pumpkin.
Oh, okay. I thought you sewed the stem on.
No, and then you also crochet the legs in.
Wow.
Yeah. So then you have your big pumpkin, and before you cinch this bad boy, it's like it was tall. So then yeah, you go around, top to bottom,
Yeah.
blah, 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 make your little segments.
It has a kind face.
It does have a kind face. I think I could have probably stuffed it a little bit less to get that tighter cinch.
Right.
I'm always an overstuffer.
Yeah, you are.
So even this, I try to stuff less than I normally would, so it's like a little bit squishy still. But I do think I could have gotten it a bit more snatched. Snatch. But I love the way that the legs really like sit in the groove here. They're in the pocket
They are in the pocket.
when it's sitting down. It's adorable. I love these like Jellycat inspired plushies. I think they're so cute. And Jellycats are so hot right now.
They are hot.
Okay.
I
So
wonder
again,
who will snatch that up.
I don't know. This one is by Spammy Crochets. Would absolutely make it again, especially going into fall in a few months. I
Yeah.
think people would really
Oh,
like this.
stop. In a few months?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We got the summer, baby. All right, next up. Honestly, all the free patterns that I tried for this, I would make again because I enjoyed all of them. And they were all very easy. Easy to follow, easy to make. Loved them. And there are so many more that I still want to try that I just didn't have time to get to this week. But next up, we have two from the same designer, actually. So, I mean two of this one, but that's not what I meant. But this is by Hook Crochet Co. You probably have seen these if you've been watching all these videos, because a lot of people...
That's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. People have been testing this pattern out, loving it, and I also adore it. This is a little crab.
And you said that's no sew.
This is no sew. It works up very quickly.
It's very, very cute.
Thank you. And this is in the Cozy Cub yarn. This is the red color.
Wow. Yeah, look at that.
So, I can't remember. It probably took me maybe like half an hour tops. Like, it's a very quick make. And these are adorable little market makes too.
Looks
very
expensive.
Yeah, very market prep friendly. I also think they would be adorable in like a bright red, in a blue. Everybody loves the blue crabs, right?
Yeah.
So I think that this would be a really cute, like, $7 to $8 item, I think, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. It's got a little something to it, but it's not crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely planning on making a bunch more of these because I love them.
The feet just are so cute.
Yeah. And Hook Crochet Co. has a ton of free patterns on their Instagram.
Wow.
Because they did Amaguru May
Oh.
last month, or now it's like 2 months ago. But they put up a new, I think it was a new pattern like every single day in May. Or maybe not a new pattern every single day. I think she also had like a few days where it was like, oh, I have a sale on my Etsy patterns or this or that. You know what I mean? Giveaways. But she put up a ton of free patterns on her Instagram in the month of May. So make sure you give her a look. Hook Crochet Co. And I have another one here by her. It was really hard to not just do like 5 of her patterns for this video because there's just so many that I want to try. But this is another one by her. This is a little watermelon slice.
It's super cute.
I love it. So this one I made with the Just Chenille yarn from the Dollar Tree. And I just used acrylic for the mouth and then the little seeds embroidered on there.
Right.
But this was another very quick, very easy make. I don't know, like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Right.
And then I just threw a keychain on there because I thought this would be a cute little keychain, bag charm, backpack buddy, whatever you want to call it.
I think so too. Who doesn't love watermelon?
I know. This would also look cute with red. I chose to do like this hot pink,
I think that's the perfect color.
but I think it would look good with red too.
If you wanted, I bet you can add a couple of rows in there maybe. Double up on a couple of the rows.
Yeah.
And make that into a pizza slice.
Yeah, it is definitely very similar in the shape to the pizzas that you make.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna say? This brand of yarn also has a really nice like lime green, which I wanted to try it with that as well, but it was like in a tote packed away for right now, so I didn't want to go digging in there when I just had this green available.
I love that darker green.
Yeah, I think that the bright green would really pop with it too, though.
I wouldn't choose it over the one that you chose.
Fair enough. I think this one is closer to an actual
It is.
watermelon color. But Hook Crochet Co. I love her patterns. Okay, and then we have one more to go with the Instagram
This one is
challenge.
my favorite.
Oh wait, we have more than that. But this one is the last one that's on Instagram.
Right.
This is also one of my favorites. I'm obsessed with this. Ooh, look at this bee!
But look
How
at its
cute!
fat ass.
I love it. This is by Scarlet Garden Crochet. I was actually lucky enough to test some of her other patterns, not this one, but some of her other patterns, because she has a bunch of free ones on her Instagram as well, and they're so cute. But this one, I was like, I need to make this.
It's my absolute favorite.
It's adorable. It is so cute. I love the shape of it. It's more realistic to like an actual bee.
It's super realistic.
And then I used the Bernat Mystical yarn in the yellow and then the grayish black. And then the wings are just, I think this is Bernat Baby Blanket in white. And the only thing that you have to sew on here are the wings.
Okay.
And then the antennae are surface crochet.
Okay.
The legs are made as you go. I did do the jogless join on the bottom just to give it a really nice clean color change there, or cleaner than just like a regular color change. I love it. It's the perfect little size. I'm definitely going to be making more of these as well.
This makes those bullet bees look like a joke.
It's nothing against the bullet bees, but I just love the shape of this one. And it sits nicely too.
It really does.
Or you
that
could
would
do
look
it like this.
great on the risers.
Yeah. Love it. Beth, Scarlet Garden Crochet.
You know
Love
the
it.
teachers are going to be snapping these up.
Yeah, this would be a great teacher gift for sure. Oh, I just love looking at it. It's so cute. It's so striking.
I think the shape is like the best I've seen.
Yeah, the shape is perfection. Beth, you knocked it out of the park.
She really did.
All right, and then the last free one for this is actually from a blog. So this is a pattern from Darling Maple Designs, and this one...
I love Darling Maple Designs.
She's got a lot of great free patterns on her blog.
She's got my jelly bean turtle that I use for my TTs.
Yes, tiny turtle. She has a whole line of what she calls jelly bean plushies. So this one that I'm going to show you is also from the jelly bean line. This is her jelly bean goldfish.
Yeah.
And it's so cute. I'm actually making these to pair with my sister-in-law's book, If Goldfish Were Bluebirds. And for a while now we've been like, oh, it'd be so great if like I could make some plushies to sell along with her books. And we're finally doing it. We're finally making it happen. So these are actually going to be going into a farm store that she sells her book in.
Right.
And I have some other goldfish that I'm going to show you, but those I've made before. This one is new to me. I was looking for something that I could put on a keychain to make a keychain option. And this first one that I made was with Posh yarn, Big Twist Posh. And I used a 4.5 millimeter hook. And the size is okay. I wanted it to be a little bit smaller for the keychain, but I think this is still passable as like a backpack buddy, which it primarily would be like for kids. So then today I was like, let me test out the 3.5. No, let me test out the 4 millimeter hook and see if I can get it a little bit smaller. And I feel like this is the same exact size, if not even a little bit bigger than it came out in the 4.5. Isn't that hilarious?
Yes.
Also, these are clearly different dye lots.
Yeah.
This one is a lot brighter. But what are you gonna do, right? That just tells me, all right, go ahead and make them in the 4.5 millimeter.
Sure.
It'll be a little smoother on the hands, and it's the same size basically. So I left the tail here because I want to use this to show you guys how we attach keychains.
How you attach.
Well, how I attach them. We attach them a little differently. But we're gonna get to that. That'll be the last thing we do for this video. But this pattern is such a quick workup. It's just a joy. Because like everything is crocheted as you go except for this one dorsal fin. Like these side ones are as you go. The tail is the last thing you do when you're closing it up. So it's really simple. It's really quick. And you could make it in other yarns to make it bigger. Like,
or smaller.
Yeah. Yeah, I was also thinking about trying this in the skinny chenille.
Right.
The only thing is the orange that I have is quite a bit lighter than this. It's more of a pastel. So I don't know if it's going to read the way that I want it to for a goldfish.
Probably not.
Yeah, but I think this is still a good size for a little backpack buddy.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go any bigger than this. Wow, it's really pouring.
Is it?
Oh,
yeah. Wow, yeah.
But I do like this a lot. And these work up very quickly. Like 20, 25 minutes, I would say. Love it. Okay. So, oh, yes. So that was our last one as part of the challenge.
Right.
So we want to go ahead and tag a few other people. Okay,
that we both haven't been tagged yet.
Yeah, okay, well our first one, our bestie, we know she's already done this because we watched her video. But she did say in her video that she wouldn't mind possibly being tagged again because she had some other patterns that she wanted to try out. So we would like to tag Christine from What's Up Cupcake Crafts. And if you don't want to do it again, no pressure. We totally understand. But, you know, if you have the time, we would love to see what else you come up with. If you have the time,
we've got the beer.
Yeah, she made some really cute bag charms. And hers were, like, extra special because she added little, beads and charms to them that matched the plushie that she made. So it was really, really cute.
That's classy.
That's very classy. We could never.
No.
But she really puts out some great work. So we're going to tag Christine. We're also going to tag Melly Inspired Crochet.
Melly!
I know she just did a bingo challenge a few videos ago, but I'm not sure if she did this one. I think she also put out a video with some free patterns, but I didn't see if it was in conjunction with this challenge. So she might have already done it, but I also wanted to show I made 2 more of her Frankie Jr. frogs.
One of my new favorite patterns.
Me too, they're so cute. They work out really quickly. And these are both with the Cozy Cub yarn. Last time I made them with the darker olive green and then the gold.
Amazing.
But there's something like so, I feel like
Pottery Barn?
they look like they're from a storybook, you know? They're from like Frog and
yeah.
Toad. Like
Yes.
this is the cream color and then this is the light green.
Yeah.
I just love the way they look. Like they all look great, and I'm excited to do some like brown ones with the cream too. So it's more of a
see,
toad.
now this reminds me of like, oh, you could buy this at like Toys R Us or but this one, Pottery Barn.
adults.
Pottery Barn.
Yeah, really cute. I have not had the chance yet to try it in the mystical yarn, but I am planning on doing it because I think it's gonna be beautiful.
Can I just say, I am obsessed with Melly being obsessed with Diaper Baby.
Yes,
Origami's.
they're all so cute. Oh my god, her Diaper Baby collection is it's everything.
Amazing.
So cute. I think I just saw she's coming out with an axolotl one.
With a diaper?
Yes.
Oh my god!
But yes, these are by Melly Inspired Crochet. Very
Yes.
fun. And we would love to see her do the challenge if she hasn't
If
already.
she has time.
Yeah, if you have time. I know you're super busy. And then last but not least, we would also like to tag Stitches by Patty, who we also love to watch on YouTube.
She is so much fun.
It feels like we're, this is going to sound really weird, but it almost
Neighbors?
feels like we're like neighbors or like distant family. Is that cringe to say? But like,
I'm like Polish descent.
yes, she is
So-
from Poland. Her family's from Poland, and she lives in Queens, right? Or
No, Brooklyn.
okay, well, we thought you lived in Queens.
We came from Queens.
We came from Queens, but I just feel like she's like a
She's
homie.
family.
Yeah, you don't know us, but
Yeah.
we love watching your videos. So we would love to see Patty do one of these tag videos if she's got the time. And again, no worries if you can't do it or if you already did it. But we were just watching her latest video and it was a lot of fun.
Yes.
So,
Love it.
yeah. All right. So,
Could you do that again? Yeah.
okay. I just took out my water and didn't take a drink of it.
Oh, nice.
I'm parched. Hold on. Give me 1 sec.
Do you need to get situated before the tutorial or?
No. We
Okay.
can just go for it. We
All
were just real quick aside. We were at a theater production the other day, and this lady was sitting in between us because our tickets
Oh,
were
God.
split, which is like whatever.
Yeah.
But this lady was sitting between the two of us, and she was taking up both armrests and
She
then
was a
more.
seat hog.
And like after intermission, she came back to her seat.
Yeah.
And she sits down and she's like, just give me a second to like get situated
Yeah.
here. AKA steal your freaking arm
I can't
space.
tell you how many times she elbowed me, and I was like on the side of my other arm. I was like basically sitting in my husband's lap. I was like trying to sit so far away from her.
Well, I had Sean
I
D
know.
on my other side and he's always like,
Yeah.
so I was like, ah. But anyway, it's not important.
No.
So, let me just show you. We had one other, actually we have one other and then we have a bunch of whips. But
Okay.
you finished another one of the Beaver keychains.
These are slow going because I really do not enjoy working with the Premier yarn.
This
as
is the
much
Just
as-
Chenille from Dollar Tree.
Yeah. No, that one is from.
Oh, this is from the cone.
It's from this cone over here.
Yeah, it's the same yarn.
The $25 cone.
Yes. And this pattern, just as a reminder, we've shown this before, but this pattern is by Crocheted Friends AU. It's adorable.
Thank
Little
you.
beaver. So cute.
I call it the Angry Beaver.
Yeah. How many are you up to now for this order? Because you're supposed to be making like 7.
I think like 3.
All right.
Sorry, it's taken a while.
Get it done.
I know. I have other customs too.
Yeah, you have a few customs. Just waiting. Okay, and then the last one. So I mentioned that I was making goldfish for my sister-in-law. So I have a bag here of unfinished.
Oh, goldfish waiting to be brought to life.
So these This one is a free pattern from Ribbler, but I didn't include it in the challenge because I've made it before. I've made this like a handful of times. This is my first time batch making them. So in this batch, I am making 10. And these are almost done. They just need the little
fancy
pectoral fins attached to the sides.
Yes.
And then they'll be all done.
I really like those.
They're really cute. And like I said, I've made them a handful of times just for her and then for a few custom orders to go along with her book. And like when I'm making them one at a time, it's no biggie.
Yeah.
But doing the batch of 10, I'm so ready to like move on to something else.
Yeah.
On their own, they do not take long, but like these, every single fish has 5 different things it needs to be sewn on. So that like really adds up when you're trying to make a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So as cute as they are, I think moving forward for this like farm store situation, I'm probably going to try out this pattern in blanket yarn as like the standalone, and I think it should work up about the same size as this, if not maybe even a little bit bigger.
Here's a question.
You want the tail longer?
Yes.
I could probably do the tail a little bit longer.
If you could do that tail on that,
Yeah.
that would be great.
The tail is not going to be as luxurious as this one because this is really nice.
Yeah.
But I think I could lengthen this one a bit.
I just love the frills on this
Yeah,
tail.
the tail design is really beautiful. This pattern is by Savvy Bee Designs on Ribbler. It's a free pattern, and it works up really nicely. It's adorable. This is in...
It looks expensive.
Yeah, this is in the Big Twist Posh yarn. That's the other thing. We've never been in like a store before. We've never like...
Had stuff for consignment.
Right. So what I'm saying is like whenever we sell something, we're getting the profit, except for like Etsy fees and all that. I mean, Etsy's getting a profit too.
Yeah.
But
But not 30%, right?
I don't know. It might. I don't know what it is anymore, but it's healthy. But yeah, this particular store is looking for a 30% cut. And I think that's pretty standard from what I've heard from other people who do consignment stuff. So
I mean, YouTube takes 30% as well.
They do. I totally get it. I think it makes sense for the store. It's just like not something that I'm super jazzed about, just because in order for us to get what we would like deserve for making the item, we have to mark the item up, and I hate doing that. Because this is something that I would probably sell for like $10.
Right.
If we were just selling it. But then like at the store, it's going to have to be
like 13.
Like 13 or more. So I hate doing that. Like I hate marking things up like that. But it's definitely going to be a learning curve. I still don't have all of the details yet on what we're doing. I'm just trying to make the product so that we can get it in the store soon. Ideally, I'd love to get this project done and like get them in the store before Big Brother starts, because that's going to be like crazy time for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I still need to iron out some details with my sister-in-law too and see like what exactly she's wanting to do. So anyway, I'm hoping to finally finish sewing these fins on these fish and move on to something else. Actually, I have to make these keychains, so I'm still going to be doing fish, but like those work up so much quicker. Yeah. So anyway,
you don't have to sew them.
You don't have to sew them. Yeah, even when you're just making one of these, it's at least, I would say, it's probably like an hour.
Yeah.
With all the fins and the sewing and everything, it's about 50 minutes to an hour for one. So $10, even just like us selling them on our own,
it's not very much,
is like a good deal. But it is a great pattern, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to think about like what makes sense for this project, this specific project, and trying to basically like make a crap ton of these. So anyway, that's what we've been working on.
Now do you have to get situated?
No, now we're good. Now I want to show you guys how I attach my keychains. Okay, so let me see. I have some keychains here. These are just from Amazon.
I have something I can attach a keychain to as well.
What?
Another Angry Beaver.
Oh, okay, cool. so we can do that.
We can each show you how we do it.
Yeah, if you guys are not interested in this, you can go ahead and turn off the video because this is the last thing in the video. I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to see this, this is the last thing we're going to be doing in this video.
This is how we do it.
These are the keychains that we use. They're from Amazon. I think they come in a 30 pack, the ones that we get.
Yeah.
They are not super cheap. I think this is like $13, $14 at least.
Yeah.
You're basically paying like 50 cents per keychain.
It's definitely worth it because I know for myself, I don't want to buy something that's going to break, and I don't want to buy something that looks cheap.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't have a problem charging $10 for a finished keychain.
Yeah.
If I'm giving somebody something that's quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what else was I going to say? Okay. So, usually I like to try and use a pre-existing tail from the project. For this one, I don't know why I already cut the tail on this. So, I'm going to have to go in and just, like, start with a fresh piece of yarn, which is not a big deal. But this is also an interesting situation because my strategy usually is to find basically the middle point of the top to attach the keychain to so that it balances nicely. Because of this dorsal fin, we're going to have to do a little bit of finagling, but we'll make it work.
Are you going to go in and come out the top?
I'm going to go into the body and I'll show you.
Alright.
So I'm going to thread my darning needle. I'm actually going to take this to the bottom first, so I'm just going to go back into my plushie.
You going to give it a belly button?
Yeah. And I'm just going to go to the middle bottom. Oh, got a little bit of fluff coming out.
I hate that.
I know. Alright, and then I think we're just going to basically, like, it's like a dude putting on pants. We're going to pick one side. We're going to pick one side of the fin. So I'm going to go into a different hole from where I just came out.
Right.
And I think we'll go on this side.
Why wouldn't you just go up through the middle and come out the top?
Because I didn't want to attach it to the top. I wanted to attach it to the body. Why? You think I should attach it to the top?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Alright. Hope you're right.
I mean, that's what I did on the sun bag, buddy.
Well, I guess Mother knows best.
I wish.
So we're going back up through the body. We're going to come out up through the fin.
You can't get in between the...
Relax. You want to wait for yours?
I guess, but mine's not going to be like that.
So I'm going to come up. I just needed to get through that last so I can come in the middle.
Right.
All right. Are you happy?
Now, yeah.
All right. So now I'm going to go through this part.
Actually, I wouldn't have used the yarn from the plushie.
Well, I usually do. And especially since I'm using Posh for this, it's pretty strong. All right, so now I have the sun here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back in through the fin, back into the body, and I'm going to come down to the bottom. Again, you don't want to go through the same hole that you went up because then it's just going to kind of like negate it.
I do.
I mean, you can for this time, but for some other situations, you don't want to do that. All right, so I'm going to try not to pull it too tight because I don't want this to create
you
like
don't want it to compress.
Yeah, we don't want it to have like a dent there. All right, so I usually like to go through twice. So I'm going to go back into the body again. And this time, totally go for that same spot if you want to. You can, you don't have to, it's up to you. Gonna go through. Try not to pull too hard because the dent on the bottom doesn't really matter as much, but I don't want it to be like crazy. We're gonna go through that loop again on the keychain itself. And then we're gonna go back in. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not undoing what I just did.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a bummer.
Yeah. And then we're gonna pull through the bottom. I hope you guys can like sort of see what I'm doing here. I know this is not like an overhead view or anything like that, but
I mean,
hopefully
this is pretty easy.
Hopefully I'm explaining it well enough that you know what I'm saying. So now that I'm back at the bottom, I'm just gonna make I'm gonna go into one of these stitches, just shallowly,
Right.
and I'm going to come through here. I'm gonna make a little knot. Sorry. This one, I wanna make sure it's like a decent knot, but we're still not really making an indent up here.
Right.
And then I'm just going to hide my tail in the project.
And then a little snip, snip.
We do a little snip, snip. Okay, I'm actually gonna save this because this is just enough to do little tulips on the, on like the chicks with the frog hats or anything like that.
Right.
So I do keep scraps like that.
I do too.
And then I'm just gonna make sure that, oh, where did I come out? That we don't have any guts hanging out from that. Okay, so that is how I attach the keychain.
Oh.
Yay! I think that looks pretty good.
I think so.
Pretty good. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this one, but instead of using the tail from here because I already tucked it in, I'm just going to start a new one at the bottom here and then tie my knot when I'm done and hide both tails. So that's how I do it.
All right.
Let's see how you do it, Dawada.
All right, now I like to use like embroidery floss. So I buy a big
I don't think this is even floss. This is like
cotton.
It's like a thin but really strong cord almost.
It's kind of like a 6-ply or a 4-ply. I don't know how many ply it is, but this is what I like to use.
Yeah, you use more of like a cord.
Because I want it to be super secure.
Yeah.
And
you need the long needle?
Yeah.
I'll just grab mine.
Well, I think mine is right here.
Okay. Tiny suitcase.
I love my tiny suitcase. Thank you, Hanley.
Shout out to Hanley.
I can't find my big needle right now. Can I borrow yours?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
It's in here.
All right. I was like, why do you have my thing?
We have the same case.
One. Okay. Oh, Susan Bates. You're my girl. All right. So, I usually do all of my... I keep the keychain part for last, like when I'm batch making, and I just usually use like as long as I can. But since...
Oh, and you mean use it for multiple?
Yeah. So I'm only doing one right now, so I know it's probably going to be too much. But I do a double thread, like this. And where's my little? Here he is, my little patient. So I usually go right in through the butthole.
No, Lydia Collins.
Yeah.
Butthole.
And I really...
Lydia Butthole Collins.
Now she doesn't compress, but I like to compress because when I go in through the butthole, if I have overstuffed, I don't want a Brazilian butt lift. I want a flat pizza box. So, and then I go straight up, right in between the ears on the top. So I leave about that much on the bottom. I get my keychains, which are, I got some over here. I go in through the loop, and I go right back in the same hole.
Okay.
And then the first time I do the bottom, I don't go in the same hole. So I go one over.
All right.
Pull it through so that you can't really see the thread up here.
Yeah.
And then I go through this hole.
What was this hole?
The original starting hole where the tails are. And I go back up. See it pulled up?
Yeah, booty.
I go through my loop on the keychain. I don't want to get this tangled. And then I go back down and I go through the same starting loop.
Okay.
I don't pull it ridiculously tight, but now what I do is I make a double knot. Then where's my scissors? Zizzazazzles, oh thank you. Clip the end. And then I've got my 2 tails. And I go in from the side. I go through the hole and pull these in and hide these in here.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And usually you don't really see any of the color there. Mm-hmm. It's usually pretty well hidden, but sometimes you can't avoid it. Like, depending on the, like, that's not much.
He's got a butthole.
Yeah, he does. And it's really secure.
Yeah, it's on there.
You know, it's not going anywhere. So that's how I do my keychain
Looks
attachment.
Good. And now you have another one done.
There you go. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
All right, so now you see how we do it. This is how we do it. All right, so thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this. Sorry if it was noisy.
Yeah,
we're doing our best, but
that's our life. So
yeah. Another thing about the challenge: if you guys are watching this and you want to do the challenge, do the challenge. We're tagging you.
Yes.
Because
consider
even
yourself tagged.
when we were seeing people starting to post about the challenge, I was like, I don't know if anyone's gonna tag us.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do it anyway. So
yeah.
So just go for it. Definitely do it. Because we want to see what you've been making.
Right. We're doing a blanket tag.
Blanket tag.
If you want to do it, you can say that we tagged you.
Absolutely. So thank you all so much for watching.
And let us know that we tagged you.
Yeah, tag us so we can see what you've been making.
Yeah.
But thanks again to April from the Cozy Buckeye and Stacy from Stacy Makes for creating this challenge. I think it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, and it really brings the community closer.
It does, and it is a great crochet community. Yes. So we're very, very grateful to be a part of it. So
yes, we are.
Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you guys enjoyed this, and
we'll be back on Friday.
We'll be back on Friday with more. So we hope you will join us for that. And I hope I finish these damn goldfish today. No, it's okay. It's all good. But thank you for watching, and until next time, much love.
Bye.